Let me stand in the rain getting wet while telling you the story of the ghost of the chained child. Redworth Hall is a 17th century Jacobean mansion down in County Durham here, and is reputed to be one of the most haunted hotels in the north of England. This was home to the Surtees family, a prestigious and aristocratic family, but Crossier Surtees was said to be particularly cruel, and he got a scullery maid pregnant, and she was so full of shame when the wife of Crossier found out that she threw herself down the black staircase and died. This young tragic maid is the ghost most frequently seen here at the hall, most frequently down by the old bedrooms, wandering mournfully along the corridors. But it is also said on the stairs where she died, you can see her slowly walk down the stairs. But interestingly, it isn't all of her, it is just her legs. Apparently you could see all of her until the hall had renovations, and whatever it was, whatever stored and held that image and projected it in our modern times changed, and now just her legs wander down the stairs. Now, the reason I'm here today is talking at a conference about neurodiversity, and this makes this story even sadder for me. Now, this is the ghost, the most chilling one, of the chained child. Now, obviously, in those days, sadly, it was meant to be really shameful, particularly for an aristocratic family, to have a child that was disabled or autistic. And they didn't understand it in those days, and they wanted to keep this poor boy away from public sight, unknown. So they chained him to a fireplace in a room. And his ghost is said to be still here. No wonder, what a horrific, horrible life. He is said to haunt here in the Great Hall, but also in different parts of the rooms and the hotels itself. You can hear footsteps, chains, and laughing out loud. At least this boy is finding some joy in death that he probably never experienced in life. As I said before, Crossier Surtees in life was said to be quite a nasty, dark character, and he stayed the same in death. There is a dark figure of a man that walks around the house, and you feel a strange feeling of nastiness and hatred coming off him. He was exceptionally cruel to his wife, and maybe that's why women feel this more intensely than in the males, but even they feel this dark presence when he's wandering about the halls. There are certain rooms you might not, or if you're like me, very much like to stay in. And one of those is room 7. You could be feeling really happy, content in your room, and suddenly feel a sense of impending doom. You will then notice that the temperature in the room suddenly drops, and you're standing there a bit like shocked, what's going on? Because you feel like you're being watched. And then you start hearing pacing up and down the foot of your bed. One of the myths that we have in the paranormal that it's only old houses that get haunted, because as an investigator I get called into brand new builds where people are having poltergeist activity they want to get rid of, and this is no exception. In the new part of the hotel there's something called the Kelvington Suite, and guests there have suddenly described this unexplained feeling of intense pins and needles, but not just them, everyone else in the room, and their hair on their arms, their legs, even sometimes their head can suddenly start sticking up as if there is a high level of static electricity suddenly entered the room. I'm disappointed that I'm only talking and not staying the night, because people have also explained doing videos like this and capturing EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, and hearing strange footsteps and looking around and finding no one's there.